Welcome to Classic Game Room. If you're the type of person who believes that Star Wars only exists as a trilogy and knows in your heart that Han shot first, you might be interested in this, the Star Wars Definitive Collection of Laserdiscs, released before all of the horrendous CGI changes which ruin the best film trilogy in history. It's 20 pounds of Star Wars, the Definitive Collection. For those who grew up with Star Wars, this is the box set you're looking for. Provided you have a Laserdisc player, of course. But who doesn't have a Laserdisc player these days? They use lasers, which are the weapons of the future. And look how much larger a Laserdisc is compared to a standard DVD. Surely, it must be better, right? Well, not really, but if you're looking for an original, unaltered version of Star Wars before everything had to be digitally messed with, this is a really cool and fun collectible option. This is a 1993 release which contains Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi, spread across 9 Laserdiscs, as well as a hardcover book all about the movies of George Lucas. And say what you will about George, but the man did create Star Wars, THX 1138, and Indiana Jones. But for whatever reasons, he won't release the original unaltered Star Wars movies in the newest HD media formats, which sends us old-timer purists back to the 1970s era technology of Laserdiscs, which were the premium home media format back in the day and really, really expensive. In fact, the only people who could afford them were evil dictators, coke dealers, doctors, or corrupt business people. If you were a bad guy on Miami Vice, you owned a Laserdisc player, which were light years ahead of VHS and Betamax in terms of quality. Pun intended. Since it was a premium format, companies would put the money into premium releases like this. Just look at what you get. 15 layers of protection around a single Laserdisc. I love the presentation of this collection when you pull a Laserdisc out of the giant containing box. It feels like you're about to unleash something special, and you are. The original versions of Star Wars, which contain no goofy CGI additions, Han shooting first, the real Anakin Skywalker, and the long-lost knife fight between the Stormtrooper and Squidhead. But wait, there's more. You also get George Lucas, The Creative Impulse, a hardcover book all about the movies of George Lucas, which is really an excellent addition to this set. I think this thing was like $200 when it was new. You can pick it up today for a fraction of that. The visual quality of the Laserdiscs is very good. I think this was the last, or one of the last, Laserdisc releases of Star Wars. There were a lot of them, and I think it's the same transfer as the Laserdiscs, which come in the packaging with the big faces on them. The video is presented in a widescreen letterboxed format. It's not anamorphic, it's not HD quality, but it looks nice, and it has the original Ewok song. And it looks great when Han shoots first. The audio quality, on the other hand, is outstanding and is played in full stereo using both of your ears. As you can see, fans of George Lucas will get a look at some of his other films like THX 1138, some behind-the-scenes stuff on Indiana Jones and Star Wars, and of course, Howard the Duck. Who can forget Howard the Duck? And conveniently, the book ends right before the 1997 special edition re-releases of Star Wars and all of the other crap that came afterwards. It's the Star Wars Trilogy Definitive Collection on Laserdisc.